Ram Ram Hare Hare सब बोलिए प्रेम से बोलिए जोर से बोलिए Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Auranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Hari Bol. Everybody from your heart Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare loudly much louder Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Hari Bol. Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की समवेत भक्त
Hare Krishna. So, from ISKCON Whitefield Inner Circle, we humbly welcome you all to the first session of the guitar course. So before we start, and seem like all these arrangements is only for you. So please be attentive in the sessions and keep coming. After at least eight sessions, will be definitely changed person. Okay, and then kids also first before the class start, I'd like to quickly introduce Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is associated with ISKCON for the last 2 decades, almost 2 decades in practicing Krishna consciousness, and Prabhuji is mainly in charge of this inner circle and then Whitefield ISKCON, which is coming up in Ajagandan from Nilahali. And materially, Prabhuji is an MTech from IIT Delhi, I guess. IIT Delhi, yes. IIT Delhi, and working in HP as a director, and giving many discourses in Whitefield, in many areas, cultivating many devotees. So you can definitely expect very nice discourse from Prabhuji. Please be attentive and please bear with us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All of you can come a bit closer so the other comes. You can be accommodated. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Even though we don't have any qualification to speak on Bhagavad Gita, we'll just take shelter of our Lordship and Srila Prabhupada to proceed ahead. Is it audible there? Yes. It is audible, Prabhuji, at the end. It is audible there? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Please repeat. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome all of you once again. So yes, this is an humble attempt to discuss Bhagavad Gita, the song of God. This is based on the teachings, the instructions, the purport, the commentary of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has traveled all over the world and shared the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Once he was in London and a reporter asked him, "Oh Swamiji, why you have come here? Yes, we have seen that so many people come to the West to get money, to get fame, to get prestige. For what you have come here? What do you have come to take from this, wealthy place?" Would you like to know what was the answer of Srila Prabhupada? He answered that reporter in London, "You people from Great Britain, you have come to India and you have ruled for around 300 years. And you have looted our country with everything." Right? At that point of time, India was contributing to close to 50% of the world's GDP. And you have looted trillions of dollars, billions of pounds from us. And you thought that you have looted everything. But you have forgotten one thing. And that I have come to deliver you. I have come to home deliver. And what is that? Yes, the wealth of India, the treasure of India, the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, that's how our respected Prime Minister, wherever he goes nowadays, you might have seen, he says that, "मेरे पास देने के लिए इससे बड़ा कुछ नहीं है." You have heard that statement from Mr. Modi ji? Yes, because there is nothing greater that India can have and will have apart from this book of Bhagavad Gita. Yes, thanks to his sincere effort, now ISKCON has distributed more than 55 crore of Bhagavad Gita. Over the last around 55 years, over more than 87 languages. How it is possible that the publishing house, which is called Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, BBT, has become the largest publishing house of Sanatan Dharma for just last couple of decades. It is really championing the message of Bhagavad Gita all over the world, even in places like Russia or Africa or remotest part of Europe. Like just to say, I started my Krishna consciousness while I was in Germany around 25 years back. Yes, we come from a very pious family in Odisha. Like our grandfather is a priest in a Jagannath temple. My grandmother always used to visit Jagannath Puri. But then we got to really understand and have faith, uh, develop some faith towards the spirituality while I was in Munich, Germany, exactly around 25 years back. When I saw that the people of the West, how they have developed so much of trust, they have developed so much of respect on the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Not only that, but they are also following it so sincerely and so enthusiastically. How is it possible that it just happened over the last 5 decades that this movement is growing? Yes, it is the legacy of our acharyas over the millenniums. India is known as the pious Punya Khetra, pious land, where again and again the Lord has appeared and He has sent the saints, the representatives of the Lord, to distribute the message of the Lord. And our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, being ordered by his spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in 1922, on his first meeting, that, oh, you young boy, why don't you preach this English message all over the world? He was thinking that, oh, currently we are under subjugation by the British rule. Who will listen to us? But then his spiritual master said, no. At this point of time, what is really the world lacking is Krishna consciousness. The heart is in poverty and heart is in completely in chaos. That needs to be purified. So he was working and then he was still meditating on how I can really fulfill the order of my spiritual master. Yeah, he became one of the most famous entrepreneur, and big chemist. He has his own factory and so on. But over a period of time, he was always meditating, how can I really fulfill the order of my spiritual master? And then he started writing articles from our scriptures based on the teachings of our acharyas, called as a Back to Godhead. And then he left one point of time his family life to dedicate everything for the spreading this movement, for spreading these teachings. Then he was in Vrindavan. Just 2 weeks back, the speaker here, he discussed so much, elaborately what kind of struggle Srila Prabhupada went through to give us what we have right now. Even he didn't have enough money to even have his breakfast. If he didn't have enough money to go to Delhi from Vrindavan, sometimes he used to walk without even taking rickshaw. He used to publish the books. He used to distribute the books on the street of Delhi. Sometimes some bull would come and crush him, or sometimes on the hot sun he would feel unconscious. At the age of 70s, this is what he was doing. But he had always in his mind that yes, my spiritual master has told that I have to distribute this message. And somehow or other, Lord arranged for him to go to US in a cargo ship, not in an aeroplane. And during that time also he had 2 heart attacks. And once he went there, it's not that somebody was waiting for him. He was saying that I was looking left and right, I didn't know where to go. But somehow he had some well-wisher. He took him into a place called Butler, Pennsylvania. And he understood what is the American life is all about. And then he said, but I need to think something big. He always always thinking how to spread these teachings. And then he came to New York. Then he was going around. He was going to a park called Tompkins Square Park. And under a tree, he just started chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As he started chanting, some of the hippies, like who doesn't have any background of Sanatan culture, the most that you can expect is that they have some clothes to wear, because that is a time of rock and roll and music, drug and sex and everything. And they started, somehow they got inspired with the music. They got inspired with this purity of this old sadhu who has come from East. Let's hear from him what he is saying. Because at that point in time, otherwise people, they were thinking that if somebody is more than 30, you don't believe him. But somehow, seeing the purity of this old man, they started associating with him. And then, over a period of time, some of these hippies, they recorded some devotional songs of Prabhupada. They prepared an album. And as they were distributing it, it was called Happening. And one fine day, Srila Prabhupada told that, yes, I have now prepared a manuscript on Bhagavad Gita. I had prepared a manuscript on Bhagavad Gita while I was in India, but somehow it got stolen. And once I came to West, I started preparing again, but somehow it got stolen again. But now I have prepared one more 1,000 pages of manuscript on this Bhagavad Gita. I want somebody to print it. And he was speaking to one of his well-wisher known as Allen Ginsberg. At that point of time, he was known for his influence. And then he also spoke to one of his disciple. It's called Raya Ram. And they were trying, but they were thinking that, the content of Bhagavad Gita is too difficult for anyone to understand in this part of the world. I don't think there is any taker to publish this. And then another day he met one of his other prospective disciple called Bruce. Later on he became Brahmananda. He said, Bruce, I want you to publish this book. And he said, you spoke to so many and nobody could do it. How can I do it? But he was still thinking, maybe I should learn something, I should go somewhere. As he was thinking, then other day, somebody came and saw that, oh, Swamiji, we have now got a request from Macmillan Publisher, for an order of your album Happening. Then Swamiji, when he heard that, oh, that's very nice. So instead of mailing it by post, you go and deliver there. And this Brahmananda was very happy, he took that album and also he took that manuscript, because Prabhupada said, Swamiji said, you go and tell them that, and our Swamiji has really prepared this book and you please help in publishing. And they will publish. And Brahmananda was saying, okay, let me try my best. As he went and he saw that there's a big skyscraper building on the 52nd Avenue on 3rd Street, right? And then as soon as he went and then he asked, okay, this is the person who has really asked for this album, and then he found that there was a small clerk. It was not the publisher, there was not the director of the publishing house who had asked for it, some clerk in a mailing room who had asked for it. And as soon as he heard that, his hope just went down the cliff. Was completely disappointed. I was thinking that some big person would have really called me and he would be instrumental now in publishing Swamiji's books. And now there is no hope. And now let me go back. But still, as he was speaking to that clerk in that mail room, there was another gentleman who was passing by in the back. And somehow he overheard it. What? You want to publish a book on Bhagavad Gita? Yes, yes. Our Swamiji has written this Bhagavad Gita with so much of effort, with so much of authenticity, and we would really like you to publish this book. And that person who is known as senior editor James Wade, and he has really, told this much later, right, to the devotees to bring the authenticity. That yes, I was just passing by and I told that Brahmananda, the Bruce, that yes, we have published all the spiritual books all over the world, but one thing was missing, and that was Bhagavad Gita. And we are looking for this book. And thank you for bringing this book to us. So now we will publish it. You see? This is what, the perseverance of a sincere saint who has traveled so far to publish a book. And the words, the instruction that he offered to his disciple, and became an instrument in publishing this. And now it is spread all over the world, giving the light in this age of darkness, bringing so much of bliss and so much of people who are in so much of morals. This is the Bhagavad Gita which is spreading, is giving so much of joy, is creating a revolution. Prabhupada says, Tadvaga visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam avadhavati api. Yes, at that time Prabhupada, he didn't have a fluent English accent. He didn't have a scholarly disciples. But he was creating a viplava, he was creating a revolution with the authenticity and the purity of this book. And he was sincerely trying to share these glories of the Lord. Because yes, till that point in time, so many people had gone to the West, so many people were trying, but nobody was as successful. Why? What made Srila Prabhupada successful? Yes. For anything to be successful, two things are required. Yes. Our personal endeavor and Lord's favor. Once we endeavor it for the pleasure of the Lord, and then Lord will shower His mercy. But yes, we need the vision to see that. So, once again, we'd like to thank all of you for registering for this course. Yes, it's a journey, it is a spiritual voice. And here, in no way, we say that we are the perfect, but we are also a practitioner. All of us are in the same bus, and we'll just learn from each other. But when you join this course, what was your expectation? Is it that because you have come to the day of Janmashtami, and some devotee said that, oh, please register it, there will be something wonderful? Or you thought that, okay, anyway, Sunday I take rest, I'll go and take some time to see, try it out, what is there? What was in your mind when you come to Janmashtami and you registered for this course? What was your expectation? Anyone? Yes? Any thoughts? Yes, please.
I want to know myself.
I want to know myself. Wow, wonderful. What is your good name? Priyanka, very good. Anybody else? Yes, please.
More to know more about life.
More about life, yes. Yes.
That's about something, right? So it's very important to know, like, everything is temporary.
Yes, very good, very good, very good. Excellent. Any other thoughts? Yes, sir.
I want my child to know about Gita.
Very good, sir. What is your good name, sir?
Vibhuti.
Vibhuti from
Odisha.
Odisha. Yeah, okay, very good. Very good. Vibhu means the great. Yes, and the opulence of the Lord is called Vibhuti. Yes, anybody else? Yes, sir. Yes, maybe if you can be loud enough, otherwise. What is there in the Gita? Very good. Yes.
To relate Bhagavad Gita with life.
Yes, that's what we call as a life lessons from Gita.
Yes.
Is it a really, this book is some mythological book? Or can you really understand this book analytically, logically, practically, intellectually, and in the association of like-minded people? Yes, this book is really all about, this session is all about this. Uh, yes, everybody is really looking for this happiness, but how do you get that happiness? Where is that happiness? Is there a Lord that exists? Uh, And is there a solution to all of our problems? And who am I? Uh, What is the purpose of being here? We are here for a short time. Is there any purpose behind it? And why all so many bad things happen to the good people? Why there are so many religions? There are so many paths, and we have the biggest demons within us always, and that is called mind. It is always attacking us in so many ways. Is there any way that I can take care of it? Hmm. I want to do something good, but I'm really always pulled by so many actors, so many behaviors, so many thoughts. How can I really control what I want to do? How do you really get the real knowledge? How do you really get some true friends? All these questions, yes, there are a lot of inquisitive thoughts, and we'll try as much as possible to cover in this couple of sessions. But in no way we say that these sessions are comprehensive, but this will give some direction. And we would really encourage you that definitely all of you would be also assigned with one mentor, one buddy who would be really calling you, who will be spending time with you. And I would suggest you, to spend time with them, to open your hearts, to discuss with them more and more. So here in this short time that we have, definitely, we'll give you some formula, we'll give some method that has really worked, from this book of Bhagavad Gita, that people have taken it, they have practiced it, and they have really benefited out of it. Right? So as we move further, yes, what everybody is really looking for? Huh? What I want to be the doctor, I want to be actor, I want to be now artificial intelligence expert. What everybody wants to be? I want to be a celebrity, I want to be a sportsman. What is a common goal for everybody? Wow. Yes, everybody is searching for happiness. हर किसी पे, हर एक चीज में हमको खुशी चाहिए. वो चीज क्या है? ब्रिटानिया चीज, अमूल चीज, हर चीज में, हर एक में हमको खुशी चाहिए. Yes, through so many things we try. We thought that okay, when we grow up from the babyhood to childhood, maybe we'll be happy. Once we have some independence of going around, and then we thought that maybe we'll go to college, then we'll be happy. And then we thought that okay, maybe once you get some job, some fancy job, some job in FANG or MAN company, we'll be happy. And then we thought that okay, now this is not enough. Maybe I need to have a spouse, I need to get married, I'll be happy. Then we think that okay, maybe once we'll have a child, we'll be happy. We die for so many things, but then at the end of it, we are just dying but forgot to live. Most of the story is like that. Yes, as we search for the happiness, what really happens? As we go here and there, most of the times it is just like we have heard that story, right? ऑफिस में भी कैरेट मिलता है, घर पे भी कैरेट मिलता है, right? This is just like a donkey, right? Working hard, and with that blinder, and thinking that yes, हम होंगे कामयाब, खुशी मिलेगी. Because in this world, as you see, there are three things. There is a time. There are three valuable things: time, money, and energy. During our childhood, we have lot of time, lot of energy, but no money. But as we really grow up at our level, yes, we have also a lot of energy and lot of money, but no time. And once we grow up and become old, what do we have? We have lot of time, but and lot of money also, but no energy. Always there is something missing. But we want that happiness. We are looking for that happiness. Right? And we just keep going, for searching for that happiness. But we don't get it for that perfect eternal happiness. That's why I always say that we go left, right, somewhere we are left, which is not right. That is the story of everyone. Yes. As we go forward, we see that whatever we do, there is some danger. Or you might have seen somebody standing on the road. There is some car that's coming and there is some accident. Somebody is just going for a vacation. There is some air crash. You are just having a gala life. Next day morning, you are laid off. Right? There's so much of problem at every step. Padam yad vipadam na tesam. Why there is so much of misery? दुनिया क्यों बनाया ना? Why भगवान ऐसे क्यों बनाया? Sometimes we ask this question, right? Why that problem? Why all that problem coming to me only? How many of you ask this question? Yes, I see there are so many people are so eternally happy. Please bless us, there will be also. But most of the times, we ask these questions. Is there anyone who didn't raise their hand can tell me that they have not gone through this problem or they have not gone through this problem? Anyone here? How difficult it is to be in the mother's womb? I know some of you might have experienced during Corona time when everybody is locked up for a couple of days. Everybody is so restless. Can anybody imagine being in just a closed chamber for 9 months? How painful it is? All of us. Is there anybody? Oh, upar se tapak pada. Is there anybody? Everybody has come from mother's womb. And what kind of a pain? Not only is staying in that suffocated chamber, but also, mommy, sometimes it's chilly food or sometimes some insect comes. How painful it is. Or all of us know. Forget about the old days. Now, at our age only, we started having lower back pain, arthritis, Nowadays, yes, initially we say A for apple, B for balloon, C for cat. And then as we grow up, we say that, oh, we need awesome food, we need Bluetooth, we need broadband, or we need this or that. But as we grow up, and our ABC is A for arthritis, B for BP, C for cancer. Yeah, same ABC that we learn. Or kind of newer and newer diseases at so young age, People say that, oh, lifestyle diseases. Yes, it's unfortunate that sometimes we have some accident or this or that. There's so much of news. Oh, 200 people died, 10 people died, 300 people died. That's very unfortunate. But my dear friends, do you know how many people die every year because of the lifestyle diseases? Millions of people that die every year. There is so much of stress, right? Because of these natural calamities, earthquake, flood, unnatural flood that happened in North India recently, or in some places, problem caused by the boss, by in-laws, by spouse. Is there anyone free from it? Because of our body. If nobody else, then our mind. This is what we are meant for? To go through all the problems and all the miseries in the life? As we are searching for happiness, then what is it happening? You see, this is the statistics. I have not quoted from anywhere else. This is from the international reputed journals. These are reported statistics from this National Center for Disease Control and Prevention, some international public mental health, and NIMHANS, and so many things. How people are so much stressed. It is really increasing or decreasing? So now we have more taller buildings, but narrower viewpoints. We have more medicines, but less wellness. We have bigger houses, but shorter families. Isn't it? Yes, we are progressing. We are progressing in which direction? Earlier in the schools, is there anyone teacher here? Yes. Teacher, earlier in the schools, what is the problem for the teachers? Oh, students are speaking on the back. Oh, students are chewing gum. They are, throwing some nonsense things. But nowadays, what is the anxiety of the teachers? In the developed countries, in here, some of you might have heard, I think last week only, there was a news that government wants to have a task force to bring awareness of the drugs in the schools. About teenage pregnancy, about the shooting, murder, rap, what all things happening in the schools and colleges right now. This is the development that we are talking about. And sometimes we think, oh, this happened in Hyderabad, this happened in Delhi, this happens in other side of the Bangalore. Here, in these big societies like PSN and big societies, there are kids, teenagers going through suicide. So here, especially, anybody knows where exactly the maximum suicide happening in this teenage group, 15 to 29 years? Which city, which place, which country in the world? Anybody knows? Mera Bharat Mahan. Yes, India is famous as a suicide capital now. This is what it is. This is what we are really looking for. We talked about Bharat as a Punya Bhumi, but where are we going to? In Luxembourg, there is 80% of divorce. In Spain, 65% of divorce. And still in India, right, forget, it's around 1% or 2% of divorce. Of course, maybe 100 years back, there was no word for divorce in Sanatana Dharma. But now, as we are progressing further, hardly people are getting married because we don't want to go through the painful divorce process. Yes, sometimes we have a love at first sight, but divorce at first fight. They become so lonely. Why we have everything, but we are so lonely? Why there is a problem? You ask any of your colleagues, you don't have to ask, you see from their face. Believe me, just in my team, right, I had one team member, and I was seeing that he was so happy, so bubbly. And then he said that, yeah, I searched a lot and now I'm getting married. I said, congratulations, very good. And just a matter of couple of weeks, he came with so kind of a gloomy face, half of the time not in the office. I said, what is it? Everything is okay. No, we're not able to tolerate each other now. It's enough. Every day we are fight. And just last week, my dear friend, one of the spouse really kind of sent me a message. This is what is really happening with a lot of bruises all over the body. I'm not telling the false sitting in this Vyasasana. Right? This is what is really happening all over the world. Why it is so? Where are we going? Where are we really heading? What is really missing in our search for happiness? What is that missing link? We are searching, we are trying, we are searching, we are struggling to get this happiness. But where it is going? Any thoughts? Yes? Why there is so much of problem everywhere? Any thoughts? Any comments? Yes, we are never being satisfied. There is a bubble of expectation that, because we are really living in the virtual world, we look for, oh, this, my friend, they have gone for this vacation, that vacation, but we don't know what happened in that vacation. Because that's the only time they got, after staying separate for months, they came together. Right? Always there is a, penchant, the tendency for negativity. Like if you go on a street, right, on a highway, there's a beautiful garden, beautiful forest. You're really enjoying it. But then you see there is an accident. Your mind is completely captured there. Have you observed that? Right? In a mouth also. You take something nice, right? Some sweet, some pakoda and all that. Right? You good. But then after that, like either sometimes baingan ka or thread, or that, what is that? Somp ka, thread, kabhi latak jata hai, then mind goes there only. Forget your pakoda, forget your paisam, gulab jamun. Mind is always, thoda sa, 99 things are happy, but one thing is bad, mind goes there only. There is a professor from Ohio University, It's called John Cassioppo. Right? He has done some research and said that how this brain has a tendency always look for the negative things. If 99 things would be going right, they would not look it. Oh, 9900 people, they have liked it. But one person had kind of put it down, trolled it. Your life is gone. Why he trolled me? Why he didn't like me? Why he disliked me? Why it is so? Huh? Huh? Yes, our Acharya is saying that once what happened, there was one person, there was one policeman, as he was patrolling on the night, he saw that there was one person, he was searching for something. He said, "Oh, my dear friend, can I help you?" And they said, who was searching, he said, "Yes, yes, I lost my ring." "Oh, is that? How does it look like?" He said, okay, he described how does that ring look like and so on. And then the policeman asked, "By the way, where exactly you lost it?" He said, No, I lost it on the other street." And then police, "Are you sure?" Yes, I lost it on the other street." "But then why are you searching here?" "Because there is a light here." So most of the times we are searching for happiness but in the wrong place. Right? Just like that musk deer, you might have seen. How many of you have heard that musk deer? That musk deer, searching for that fragrance. Sorry. Yes. 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 Looking everywhere for that fragrance, but we forget that that fragrance is within. There was one king. He asked his minister, "Can you tell me where is the happiness?" And the minister said, "Oh, king, why don't you go to the garden? And you see there are beautiful butterflies are there. And you just catch hold of one butterfly and you find the happiness there." And the king saw that there was a very beautiful, colorful butterfly, and he started chasing. The more he chased, the butterfly, the farther it went. And finally got exhausted. Then he sat under a tree. And then he realized that, wow, such a beautiful garden, beautiful flowers, so fragrant, that is really coming out, so colorful, so vibrant. And then as he was, releasing what he is having, then slowly the same butterfly came on the shoulder. Right? So yes, we are chasing for something which is really eluding us all the time. But then sometimes we pause it. We pause and we reflect. And then that's where we really find, oh, maybe this is what I am looking for. Yes, we really understand. Like our Srila Prabhupada gives us example. Like if there's a fish which is out of the water, we give nice rasagulla, samosa, right? Or gulab jamun, or paisam, or a Mysore pak. Will that fish be happy staying outside the water? What exactly the fish is looking for? Water. Yes, we should really understand what exactly is the root cause. What exactly the fish is looking for. What exactly we are looking for. Yes, we are having so many things. Education, wealth, beauty, strength. But at the end of it, it is mentioned that it's just a matter of time they will go away. But then imagine if you put one in the front, what will happen? If you put one in the front, what will happen? What will be that big number? Yes. That many times it will increase. That's where, earlier the saints, the saintly kings were called Rajarsis. Whatever they had, they used to offer everything, and they used to dovetail everything for the service, of the humanity and the service of the Lord. And that's where they were really getting that happiness. Yes, otherwise, you see, what is the difference of any animals and all of us? You see, the animals are also eating.
They eat for survival. We eat for our
We eat for our pleasure. And they sleep on this street or on the branches, and we sleep on maybe Corlan, or I don't know what are the new mattresses that we have. They also enjoy, we also enjoy. They also defend with their claws. We have some missiles. Is there any difference? Is there any difference between the animals and the human beings? Yes, what is the difference? Happiness, they also enjoy happy. Whenever they are eating some nice food, they also feel happy. Whenever they are on a mating, they are also feeling happy. They have also consciousness. Have you seen that how intelligent is the spider? The way they make they are very intelligent. They have conscious, that's why they are growing. Thinking. Have you seen at home the cat? Do you think the cat doesn't think? Whenever you go away, that time only slowly the cat will come. Right? Yes? Yes, yes. Awareness. Yes. Like we just talked about the cat example. Very good, very good. They don't have the discrimination power of what is wrong and what is right. And the Mahabharata says, please repeat this very beautiful verse. Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha samanyam etat pasubhi naranam dharmo hitesam adhiko visheso dharmena hina pasubhi naranam. So what it is mentioned? Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These four things are equal. Samanyam etat pasubhi narana. Pasu, an animal, and nara, the human being. These four things are equal. And what differentiates them, the human being? What is that? Dharma. Dharma hitesam adhiko visesa. And if they don't follow dharma, yes, they are also equal to animal. They may be sophisticated animal living in a big palace, right? Or technologically advanced animal, right? But otherwise they are just animal. Yes. This is how our Vedas and Upanishads, especially this Taittiriya Upanishad Yajur Veda, it says that this is how a consciousness develops from animal stage to the advanced human being. At the beginning, it starts with, it's called Arnamaya Kosha. Just like a special child. He identifies everything. Oh, what's in it for me? I want to eat. If he sees the finger, he wants to eat. If he sees the, any toy, he wants to eat. I am, since I eat. Everything they want to identify with Arna, with food. That's the fast, level of consciousness. Or we talked about the beginning. Then, next is Pranamaya Kosha. Right? I am since I act. If you ask, what do? They say, oh, I am an actor, I'm an engineer, I'm a sportsman, I'm an athlete, oh, I work here. So they really identify themselves with what they really do. Oh, I'm such a good cook, I'm such a good singer. And then as they move forward, as they grow up, right? Not in terms of years, but in terms of their mindset. Once they kind of develop their consciousness, once they think that analytically, from the wisdom, right, how we can really benefit others, what is moral, what is immoral, what is ethical, what is non-ethical. Once they start thinking, discriminating that, they come to this stage called Manomaya Kosha. But then real development starts at the fourth stage. As you mentioned that once you try to understand who am I, why I have come here, why I am suffering, why there are people so much of suffering, why everything comes to an end, what is the purpose of this whole world, what is the purpose of this life, is there anyone who is really controlling everything, who is really planning that all? And then finally we realize that what is our identity and who is that Lord and what is our relationship. Just like once we were in an orchestra, and somehow as we are going around, we really found a small, part, a small part, and then we just thought that okay, what to do with this one, and then finally we went to that organizer and said that oh, I found this part. Now I'm not sure if it is helpful for you. I just thought that maybe it seems to be something valuable. And then as soon as we said that, the person, the organizer handed it over to the player who is really playing trumpet. He said, "Wow, thank you," because he was really missing that mouthpiece of the trumpet. Right? Yes. Just like that, small piece which is lying on the floor, it has no value. But if it is attached to the trumpet, it really brings the beautiful melodious music. That's what Lord says. Mam ivam se jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 15.7. Yes. All the living entities are part and parcel of me. Jivere swarupa hoye Krishna re nitya das. Once a living being understands that I'm not just this body, I'm the spirit soul. And I'm really connected. I'm a part and parcel of the Supreme. And I have a duty. How can I really re-establish that relationship with Him? That's the real, understanding at that's the highest level of consciousness that we really can develop ourselves. Yes, yes, Bhagavad Gita. And then this is how in our Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also says. What it says? We'll just have some time for the questions as well. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Mritagamaya. Om Santi Santi Santi. Our Vedas and Upanishads, they talk about a journey. The spiritual voice. What is that spiritual voice? We have to go from Asat, from the unreal, from the virtual world to the real world. From World Wide Web. What is the World Wide Web? From the Jal. What is that Jal? Always we wish, we worry, we want wealth, woman, wine, and as usual we don't get it and we start weeping. This is all www. We want, we wish, we worry for woman, wealth and wine. Enjoy Madi, but then we don't get it and start weeping, start crying. But then our Vedas and Upanishads says that get out of this www. Asato ma sadgamaya. Please go to the spiritual world. Please create that spiritual consciousness where there is na tadbhasyate surya na sasanka na pavaka yadgatva na nivartante tadhama param. Please look for that eternal happiness. Right? It's not about just a cessation of the misery, but the real happiness we can get it. Yes. Mruto ma amritagamaya. Yes, this place is called Dukhalayam, but there is a place which is full of pleasure, full of bliss. We can really go there. Yes, there is a higher purpose to the life. We can just remember one beautiful pastime from Krishna. As usual, the Golok Vrindavan is always vibrant. During the childhood, Krishna, along with his cowherd friends, used to come to Mother Yasoda. Maya, Maya, now it's the time for us to go to the forest. And Maya Yasoda, her heart would be really breaking. How can I really live apart my son, Krishna? But then, as everybody, like all the cowherd boys, they would be living with the calves. Maya Yasoda, she would call out, "Hey Raktak! Hey Patrak!" This is the kind of junior friends of Krishna. Come, come, come. You see, Krishna goes for the whole day. He becomes thirsty. He becomes hungry. please take this fragrance water, please take some laddus, whenever, even if before he's hungry, you please offer it to him. And then they'll say, oh, Maya, don't worry, we'll take care of him. And then as they would be leaving, once again, the other Maya Yasoda would call out, hey Madhumangal, hey Subal, please come. Kya ho gaya Maya? No. You see, yesterday I saw that lot of marks were there in Krishna's body. And I think that you are playing on some places. Any of you been to Vrindavan? There's a place called Kamyavan. Have you been to Kamyavan? Yes. There's a place called Fislan. That's the place where Krishna, Balaram, they used to play around lot of games. Right? And at that time, sometimes Krishna also used to have some marks. And then Maya Yasoda will say, don't go there. And you see, there are a lot of marks in Krishna's body. Please play carefully. And they, okay, Maya, don't worry, we'll go. And then as soon as, Krishna, Balram, and everybody would be going, and Maya Yasoda, being separated, he would call out once again, oh Krishna, oh Balaram, oh Bhadra. Balram would come running. Maya, what happened now? You see, always these demons are coming again and again to attack Krishna. And just like an eyelid protects the eyes, your elder brothers, you ensure that you protect Krishna. Don't worry, Maya, we'll go and take care. And as they would go, still Mother Yasoda would be very feeling sorry to get being separated from Krishna. And at that point, I go, Krishna! And then Krishna would come. At that time, as Krishna would be embracing Mother Yasoda, the calves would be started. Right? They would be starting going, enough of mother and child love. Now we have to go and drink some water and we have to eat some grasses. As soon as Krishna would hear that, everybody start going to the forest. And as soon as they start going to the forest, there's a beautiful scene is described by Sukadeva Goswami in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is mentioned, Varha Pidam Natavara Vapo Karnayo Karnikaram Vibhradvasa Kanaka Kapisam Vaijanti Chamalam Randran Venu Radara Sudaya Purayan Gopa Vrinde Vrindaranyam. So what is really happening now at this point of time? Barha Pidam. Krishna is wearing a peacock feather, having a beautiful Vajanti Mala flower, and he's really having a flute and putting his nectar on that flute, and all the cowherd boys are singing and dancing, they are going around. And there's so much of bliss, there is so much of happiness, they are really experiencing it. And the devotee's heart really melts when they really think of this spiritual world, where there is a dance at every step, there is a song with every word. As they would be going, Krishna would tell Balaram, you see all the branches of this tree, they are touching your feet, just like they are offering everything to you. And Krishna would say, the essence of the life. Krishna is teaching to all of us, how can we make our life successful through this episode. He's saying, Etava janma safalyam dehinam iha dehiso praner arther dhiya vacha sreya acharanam sada. 10:20-35 from Srimad Bhagavatam. He says that, you see, these trees have made their life successful. How? Because they are living for the benefit of others. We don't get happiness just by satisfying our senses. We really get happiness once we really serve the ultimate, supreme. And just like, once we want to water, once we water the trees, we don't kind of offer the water to the leaves. We water to the root of the tree. And once we water the root of the tree, all the tree is enlivened. We want to offer some food to our body. Can you just offer it only to our fingers? Will it be happy? No. Once you offer it to the stomach, all the limbs will be happy. Similarly, once we connect ourselves with the Supreme, to the Supreme Lord and all His children, right? And then we see that Yasmin to stay, Jagat to stay. Not only He is happy, but we are happy. So the real happiness is not just satisfying our senses. but real happiness to find a purpose in the life. When our purpose, when our mission is greater than the pleasure that we are seeking, that's where we get the happiness. The real happiness is not fulfilling, seeking for pleasure, but identifying the purpose of the life. And the happy life is not a problem-free life, but a purposeful life. What is the mission of life? That's where we get the happiness. Yes, and that's what Bhagavad Gita teaches us. This material world is not a hotel for us to come and enjoy. And somebody will come with menu, aapko kya chahiye? And then they will offer it to you on your card. No, this is a hospital. We have so much of diseases within our heart, and we have come here to purify us. This is the purpose. Because most of the time, this is a fundamental problem that all of us, that we think that this whole world is there for our own enjoyment. No, this world is there for our purification, for our rectification. We are having so many diseases, and all these things are created in such a way that so that we can be free from selfishness, free from greed, free from lust, free from anger, and we will transform ourselves. Right? Otherwise, what is it? This life is, otherwise we are thinking that, oh, it's, I want more and more and more. You want to see? You see? Can you identify someone with this beautiful animation? Yes. I want 1 BHK house, 2 BHK house, I want 1 villa, I want... yes. I want more and 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 more. Yes. Yes. Is getting more things making him happy or more in anxiety? Yes. Yes. Is this is what we are looking for, that one thing that we don't have? We are not happy with what we have. So what do? We overestimate what we don't have and we underestimate what we have. This is the disease of this world. How many times we are grateful for what we have? Isn't it?
See, two cars, Hyundai 5515 and the Suzuki 0793, okay, they're blocking the traffic. They are parked in front of the restaurant here. It's not anybody here, it is here. 5515 Hyundai and 0793 Suzuki, very negative.
So, yes, the pleasure of this world is that we want the best job. Most of the times it's unattainable. Right? Even if we get the best job or best spouse, right, we cannot release because the work-life pressure or the other components that is attached to it. Even if we thinking that, oh, this is a great job I have, this is a great working life that I have a good work-life balance, I'm working from home, I really want to do whatever the project that I want to, but how long can I sustain? Right? How long can I sustain? Yes, because the nature of this world is yehi samsparsaja bhoga dukkhayena evate adi antavanta kaunteya nate suramate buddha. The sense pleasure that we want to get it in this world, it has 3 characteristics. It has a beginning, it has an end. And always buy one get free. Always you want to get a new car, it comes also with its own anxiety of insurance, own anxiety, okay, what will happen on the street if somebody will bring a nice tilak to my car in this traffic. Or whatever you get it, it's just for a limited period of time. Is there any happiness that you get for unlimited period of time? You get your best of the gulab jamun or best of the sweets or best of the houses, best of the jobs. Is it anything free from this BPL? Yes, we hanker that I want this, and it's just a matter of time we lament about it. And once we have it, we have anxiety for it. That's why we always say that everybody is living or working for HAL, hankering, anxiety and lamentation. Yes. This is what it is. But then our scripture saying that whatever we have, it's not that
it's only for our enjoyment, or it's not that we have to reject anything. What do we have to do? We have to engage them, in the service of the Lordships. Yes, our purpose is not to be a bhogi or a tyagi, but to be a yogi. And yoga means what? It's just to do some breathing exercise, some asana, some pranayama. What is the meaning of yoga?
Addition.
Yes, addition, to connect. To connect with what? To connect with the Supreme. And this Bhagavad Gita is all talking about this. And how do we really connect? Through Bhakti Yoga, through Jnana Yoga, and through Karma Yoga. Yes, it is not doing something sentimentally. Right? It is not that, we have learned it from in our tradition. Oh, everybody is doing it. Or I feel good when I do it. No. Right? Script, like what our Acharya is telling that, don't be a sentimental seeker, but an intelligent practitioner. You should be intelligent. It should be based on some authority. Right? Right? Yes. We should do it with proper knowledge. Yes. Because the real knowledge brings real values in our life. Real knowledge brings the real happiness. But how do you seek that real knowledge? Yes, we we want to understand something, we want to know something. We think that seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. We see it and then we believe it. Maybe I'll just ask one question. Like the gentleman is sitting next to you. Just by seeing, can you know his name? Can you know his name? No. Can you know his phone number? No. Right? Because even all our senses have some limitations. Right? Our eyes, it can see only the 20 to 20 kilohertz wavelength. Right? Or our nose, right? It can smell, right, with some certain sound, or certain, our ears can hear only, let's say, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Right? We cannot hear like just a dog can hear or smell. Right? We have also limited, and our senses are limited. We cannot understand everything through our senses. Yes. Yes. That's why, like, just seeing is not always we can say that, okay, we can really understand everything as it is. Because even the science, we say that science, we really get everything. But even the science is changing over a period of time. Right? Or this, can anybody say that how many colors are there in this board now? How many colors are there? 2 colors, please raise your hand. 3 colors, raise your hand. 4 colors. 5 colors. Okay, I think maximum is 4. Is it true?
Yes.
There are only 3 colors.
Pink, red, green and white.
No, there is no red color. Only pink, green and white. Because that green is next to that, right? It is really showing that effect. Or like here, do you know left center circle is bigger, or right center circle is bigger? Which one is bigger? Okay, who is saying left center circle is bigger? Center circle, left one is bigger.
Both are equal.
Both are equal. Now you got it. Right? Sometimes because of the relativity, right? We think that, okay, because among the small, it looks bigger, or among the big, it looks smaller, but both are of the same size. Sometimes you see that, sun, it's just like a football. Once you put a stick on the water, it looks like bent. Right? It is own limitations. Right? Or sometimes you 6 blind men, thinking of an elephant. It's a wall, it's a snake, it's a rope, it's a wall. But a learned person can tell them it's not anything else, but it is this one. Or like a Dr. Frog, thinking, whatever amount of water that we have in the well is the most. But then if another frog comes from maybe big ocean, explaining the size of the water body, and the frog in that well thinking that, no, how can there be any bigger water than what we have in this well? Just like a child in the womb thinking that there is no light outside. Right? At this point of time, we are in the darkness. We need someone to show us the light. Yes. Sometimes a child can his or her, can his own find out who is the father? Can he found on his own who is his father? You know, he can do some experiment, do some DNA test of all the males at some age group. Can he do it? Yes, he can do it. But how? What is the time and energy that will take? But what is the best thing? To find out who is the father, what he can do? Ask the mother. Similarly, that's what all our acharyas say. Yes, to find out who is the Supreme Father, we have to take help of the Vedas, because they are called the mothers. It's not the Vedas or the mythologies. This is another misconception that everybody is having. People say, oh, we watched a mythology movie. Oh, we watched some mythologies, book. What is wrong with this mythology? Mythology comes from myth, mithya. Our scriptures are not mithya. They are not speculation. They are not imagination. They are history. Right? Yes. Who has created that word called mythology? This English, this Germans, right? Who wanted to, show their superiority and show the inferiority of our culture. This is what they said. Just you see, this is 1835, right? Close to around 200 years back. They were saying there was not a single beggar in India, right? And when they looted everything, what exactly they had converted it, right? Yes, they have killed our faith. It is mentioned in 12th century, when this Muhammad Khilji and all they came, they really burnt this Nalanda University. It took around 3 months to burn all the books and all the scriptures. Yeah, around 6 months. Yes, it is 1192 or something like that. What the culture of this pious land was there, and how it has degraded over a period of time. How people are showing that whatever you are doing, it is just some mythology, right? What we are trying to do is just trying to reawaken that faith, regain what exactly the Vedas is having, right? It is not that it is some blind faith. Oh, whatever there is in the Vedas, they are just not true. That's what we hear. But it's not. Especially, there are some exams in mathematics also. And in mathematics, we have something called I. What is I? Square root of -1. Is there the square root of -1? What is the value of that? Is there anything? No. But we use it to prove so many other mathematical formulas. Right? Or we say that when kids grow up, we say that A, B, C, D. Why B should come later than A? Why it has to go in that sequence only? We use some axioms to learn, to go step by step. Right? So similarly in the Vedas, in our Puranas also, we take some axioms. Right? And as we grow further, then we really understand the value of it. Right? Yes. And there are so many predictions of the Vedas which has really come out true, which is there. And yes, that's why the Vedas are called the manuals. Because once we are lost, it can show us the light. It can show us the direction. Right? Yes, when you are diseased, it can really give us the real medicine. And somebody might ask, why there are so many scriptures, there are so many Puranas are there? Right? It is just like there are so many dictionaries are there. Different, audience and different books are there. Based on the digestive capability of the audience. Right? If you have a more capacity, we have the bigger books. If you don't have so much of digestive capacity, we are given the smaller books. But then, what is the essence of all the Vedas? What exactly do you get it? What do you get it? I would just like to summarize what exactly is there in the Vedas. Please remember these 3 things. If somebody says that I know Vedas, you should ask what they have really understood from these Vedas. What is it? The Vedas tell about who are we and who is that Lord and what is our relationship. That is called Sambandha. Sambandha, we have a Sambandhi, right? Sambandha. This is what it all talks about. Then we talk about, okay, we understand we are the soul, Lord is a super soul, and we are the part and parcel of the Lord. How do you reawaken that relationship? Because we don't understand that there is a Supreme Father. How we can reawaken that relationship? Sometimes the child is lost on the, and he doesn't know where is a father, where is a mother. But then, or sometimes because it's called amnesia, he forgets everything because of some accident. Then he was given some stimulus, some triggers to remind. Right? So similarly, this process of bhakti, is really the Abhideya, the process to reawaken our relationship with the Lord. That's called Abhideya. And then, once we reawaken that relationship, we get something called Prayojana. We experience that love. We experience that real happiness within us. This is really the essence of the Vedas. Just like in a GPS, most of us we are using it. It tells us where are we have to go, and how we have to go. This is what it is. Yes. Sometimes you might say, oh, yes, you talked about the Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana. You talked about the essence of the Vedas. But what still all are written in Sanskrit. We cannot really understand all of them. Somebody might ask, that then we ask that, okay, as a child, how does the child learn? He goes to the university, before going to the university, he goes to the college, before going to the college, he goes to the school, or pre-primary school. What they do? They do three things. They have a teacher, they have a school, they have the books. Similarly, in the spiritual university also, there are three things. There is a guru, there is a sadhu, and there is a shastra. What is the process of learning? You need to have guru, sadhu, and shastra. And all three things need to be in sync. Not that guru is saying on his own way, or sadhus are telling their own ways, not in alignment with others. No, these three need to be in sync. Right? Somebody might ask, okay, what is that shastra? Shastra, yes. All the Vedas and Upanishads says that the base of the shastra, the only shastra that I want to kind of start with is the Bhagavad Gita. Sarva Upanishada Gava Dukkha Gopalanandana Partha Vatsa Sudhira Bhakta Dukkha Gita Amritama. Yes, this Bhagavad Gita can really transform anyone. Right? That's what Arjuna was there. Arjuna's condition. He was saying that, Karpanya doso pahato soha. I'm really lost. I don't know what should I do? What is my dharma? Right? At that point of time, Arjuna's heard from Krishna the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And at the end of it, what was his feedback? He said, Nasta moho smriti labdha tat prasadat maya chita sthitosmi gata sandeha karise vasanantama. Oh Lord, now all my sandeha, all my problems, doubts, everything is now removed. Now I regained my consciousness. Now I know what to do. Right? Or there was one more audience was there. Right? Here, Sanjay is saying, Yatro Yogeswaro Krishna. This is the feedback after the class. Right? This is what Arjuna is giving, this is what Sanjay is giving. Or now, right? Somebody says, is it really true now? Yes. All our scientists and philosophers, from the east or west, everybody is really talking about it. And what they really talk about, it really talks about the 5 principles. And in next subsequent sessions, we'll just focus on this. In our next session, we'll talk about Ishvara and Jiva. And after that, we'll talk about Karma. Then we'll talk about Prakriti. And we'll talk about how they really all bring it together and how we can really connect all the dots. So our request is that please, this is the different pieces of the puzzle, right? That we'll get to know, right? We will be able to solve it over the next couple of weeks. So our humble request is to really, understand the principles of Bhagavad Gita, which really talks about what is the art of working, art of working for Krishna while living in this world. It is not an art of working for my pleasure, for my happiness. No, it's an art of working for Krishna while living in this world, not that in a utopian world. And for that, yes, we need to associate with the right-minded persons. Right? It is not that we need to go for some person who are having certain dresses, right, or certain lifestyle. No, right? A sadhu is really known by his qualities, not by his dress. How do you know sadhu? Sadhu is just who puts a tilak and who puts certain kind of dress. Who is a sadhu? Sadhu is having some medals. What is that medals? These are the medals of our scripture saying. Titiksav karunika suhruda sarvadehinam ajata satrava sandha sadhava sadhu bhushan. Just like a soldier or a decorated soldier has some medals, a sadhu is having these medals. If somebody is saying a sadhu or somebody is a sadhu that you are really believing in, he should show these qualities. He should have tolerance. He should have mercifulness. He should be friendly to everybody. This is the quality of a sadhu, right? And then we should really approach a guru who is really coming in this parampara, right? And who has really known the scriptures, who is following the scriptures, and who is occupied in following the scriptures, and he liberates others. And similarly, we are fortunate to have Srila Prabhupada, who has written so many books, 80 books, right? Who has established 100 temples, initiated more than 5,000 disciples under the instruction of his spiritual master Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. Right? Yes. Would request all of you please to take advantage of this And what are we really asking for? Please, this is the final one. What are we really asking? That this is the contract that I want to sign with all of you. Are you ready? So we are looking for your commitment. We are looking for your consistency in going through this. And this is also a process of cultivation. It's not just ISKCON से उसका हम ISKCON गए थे क्या किए ISKCON से सुने और ISKCON से निकाल दिए नहीं. Once we come here, then we have to put some effort. Yes, we have to this is the process of cultivation. As you sow the seed, we have to water it regularly. What is that watering process? We have to consciously prioritize. Read the scriptures. We talked about today how do we really connect to the Lord by reading the scriptures, by approaching this Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, by really understanding what is this spirituality. We have to consciously put that effort, right? Still, we might say that, oh, I don't have time for it. This is a usual excuse that people have. Oh, I'll do it in my old days. Yes, we can do it at the old days. If you want to give a nice flower to our beloved, we give a rotten flower or we give a fresh flower, right? We want to bend a bamboo. We bend the bamboo while it is ripe or while it is young. Right? As we grow up, right? As we discussed, we don't have energy also how to study, what to do, right? These are the manual we said. This Bhagavad Gita, the Vedas are the manual. We study the manual once this whole instrument is damaged, or we study the manual before using that instrument. Right? Yes, we cannot say that, oh, I don't have time for it. I'm going for a drive. Right? If somebody asks, have you put enough fuel in your car? No, I didn't have time for it. Can we say that? We cannot say that. So yes, we need to really make time. We cannot say that I'm too busy with so many things that I didn't have time to think about it. I didn't have time to plan for it. This will be our course schedule over the next couple of weeks, right? As we just talked about it. Yes, with the cooperation of all of yours, with the blessing of our acharyas, we are in this journey. We need your cooperation, we need your commitment, we need your consistency. And the only thing that we lose is your worry, your sari, your hurry, right? Nasta moho smriti labdha prasadatmaya chita. This is what, and usually this will be our schedule as we really move forward. So, yes, we'll have a parallel kids activities there, and all of you, right, would request to come on time, and then, right, we usually have some time for Q&A as well. So, before proceeding for next one, I think some of you have some questions or comments, please share. Yes, sir. Just wait. And in the meantime, I would request all of you, if all of you have joined our WhatsApp groups,
Yes.
right? If any of you have not joined, you can scan it here and you can join in. And then in the meantime, would also like to see that, okay, we call that our session as a reflect, release and resolve. It's not just leave it. I would all of you please scan it here. There is a quiz here, and whoever answers nicely, the fastest and the highest,